Stephan, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Thanks so much for taking time after Nancy to get a little time in talking about our athlete spotlights. So we've been trying to get more of these done because we have such great members who just embody our core values, which is community, positivity, and integrity. And you're like a huge part of those things. You invest in the box. You're always friendly to everyone, super positive, but you also hold yourself accountable to taking good care of yourself, but also getting good reps. So we have 5 big questions, but you choose how you want to answer them. So the first question is always fun. Tell me how you found DCF.
Yeah, good question. A lot of people are asking me, who told you about DCF or who got you here? It's actually funny. I didn't know anybody here. It was a complete cold call. Really, it's down to middle age. I felt like I don't know, it was just some of the middle age trials that we go through, and felt like I had kind of peaked in life and it was just sort of a downhill slide, and I was struggling with depression, and I was out of shape and felt like I needed to do something about that, try to get control of things, and hadn't really been able to stick with any sort of fitness program consistently prior to that. Had known a couple people in my family had tried CrossFit, extended family I should say, tried CrossFit, and it sounded like an interesting concept. And so that was literally all it was. It was just kind of one day saying to my wife, I got to do something. I think I might this CrossFit thing sounds interesting. And she really encouraged me to give it a try. And the next day I picked up the phone and talked to Shane.
Awesome. So tell me about that first week.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That first week is rough.
It's true.
Yeah, some of the things I remember from that first week are doing push-ups against the wall. I've always been able to do a strict push-up, but just the quantity that we do here and the different workouts, even the mini workouts I was doing in my foundations were enough just to completely wreck me. So it was a very humbling experience, to say the least. I remember some rather debilitating soreness, not to put anybody off, but just being honest here. First couple of weeks were incredibly sore. I remember asking Dustin, when does the soreness end? And he was like, oh man, it never really goes away. But
it's just kind of there.
But you know what? I think he forgot, or maybe he's never really experienced debilitating soreness when let's say normal daily routines that most of us do are nearly impossible.
Come on!
Exactly. But luckily it was just that first couple of weeks, and it got much better after that. And he was right. I still regularly have soreness, but now it's just sort of a gentle reminder that I'm working my body as opposed to, oh my God, I can't do anything.
So what kept you coming? What keeps you coming now?
Yeah, good question. It's really changed. That's the interesting thing. So, first of all, just almost immediately within the first couple of weeks, I just started feeling much better. And so obviously that's the main thing is that I started seeing results, and quite quickly. Within 3 months, I was feeling way better. Within 6 months, I noticed significant physiological changes in myself. I've become stronger, faster, and fitter than I've ever been in my life, and that was one of my goals in starting CrossFit is sort of to combat sort of my middle-aged depression. Was you know what, I'm going to make my 40s fitter and stronger than my 20s. And the thing is, I've already achieved that. I'm not that I was an athlete really in my 20s, but I'm already fitter and stronger than I was in my 20s. So that's obviously the main thing is that I feel great and I'm fit. But now I guess the point is that sort of becomes the new normal, right? So what keeps you coming is the question. That's what I mean. It really has changed to more of the community, and I'm surprised to hear myself say that. That's not why I joined CrossFit. It's not. I guess I didn't know anybody here. For me, it was all about the fitness, and everybody talked about the community. But I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm just here for workouts.
Right.
But I have to say, as far as what's the motivating factor that keeps me coming back over and over again, I love working out with my friends, and it has become a big deal for me. I don't make friends easily or quickly, and just on a really, really personal level, I'm an atheist and I'm a libertarian. So, ideologically, I put myself in some minorities that are hated, and none of that matters. You know what I mean? And it's all about our common bond is the pursuit of the best version of ourselves, and I love loving and being loved just for who we are and working out together. But the real reason that keeps me coming back, definitely the gummy bears.
Oh yeah, the gummy bears.
Yeah, I love gummy bears. But I only allow myself a small metered amount of gummy bears after doing a walk.
All right. So how many are you gonna have after Nancy?
12.
Yes. 12 gummy bears.
Can't wait.
You have a specific one that you like more than others?
I don't discriminate.
Okay, you're not
I like the Albanese brand from Andes, but there's like 12 different flavors, and I quite quickly.
You got some things that you like. So what do you tell people in the community? Because people are going to say, well, wow, you're looking fit. So what do people in the community, what do you tell them about CrossFit?
I told them...
You're going to get debilitating these stories.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
I tell them a lot of the things I've told you. Really, I just tell them that it's what's worked for me, and I really do believe that. It's not like CrossFit has this secret magical sauce that is unique to CrossFit. I mean, really, I love the community. I love feeling fit. I love but come on, it's not like those are groundbreaking new things. It's just this is what works for me. And so that's literally what I tell people. Some people can get up at 4:30 in the morning and go on runs in the dark cold day after day after day, and if that works for you, then don't waste your money on CrossFit. But for me, I couldn't do any of those things, and so that's really what it is. I love the community. I love how I feel, and that's what keeps me coming back.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about what do you do outside of the box that has shown you how fitness has impacted you? What does it change your life change outside of CrossFit at all?
I don't think my wife would let me quit now, so that's a problem. Can't get injured. Like I said, this is really personal, but I guess we're going there. I do struggle with depression, and that does impact more than just yourself. That affects affect other people around you and your family. So definitely getting back in shape and getting more in control of things. It isn't just made me happier just for my own self. I do think it's made me a better person for my family. So anyway.
Well, I really appreciate you being open about that. That's I think we're not alone in that journey. It's awesome that you're sharing it. So I hope that people find it as well who may need that. So with all of that, what would you tell someone who is on the fence about committing?
Right.
Yeah.
So in my experience, there's really the people that are on the fence are for two different reasons. They're either they're kind of shocked by the price, perhaps, right? CrossFit's not the cheapest thing in town.
No.
And so they're convinced that they can get the same benefits some other way. And it's back to what I already said before. Hey, if you can, great.
Super.
But the reality is that most of us, have a hard time sticking with it. So, that's number one. Is that it seems like people are like, I can get the same benefits this way or that way. I'm like, go for it. But if you struggle with that, consistency, maybe go try CrossFit and try. And the other huge thing that I really think CrossFit as a brand struggles with is the idea that you have to be fit to do CrossFit. Now, those of us that are here know that's not true.
Right.
But as far as almost everybody has heard the term CrossFit, and and most people that are not familiar with CrossFit have this idea that it's just for fire-breathing, athletes, and you really got to be a meathead to even step in the door someplace like that. And so I try to debunk that as much as possible. And one of my I'll show you one of my. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
For a second. So I actually have this picture on my phone that I'll show people. So that sums up. I don't know if this is going to work on the video, but of what to me CrossFit is. So can we?
Yeah, we should totally show it.
So this was actually from the team series. Well, anyway, this woman's name is Athena Perez, and she was a featured athlete in the team series. And it just this picture just sums it up for me. Though. I mean, she's obviously someone that is really working hard to turn her life around, and she's doing that through CrossFit. And there's these two just super built athletes right behind her on either side, just losing their shit because she's PRing something that would just be peanuts to them. And that to me is that's CrossFit. That's what's amazing about it is seeing people turn their lives around with CrossFit and fitness, right? So anyway.
No, that's having those people that embody what you want to see I want to see those people who didn't have a place now have a place, and I appreciate your vulnerability, but also that's exactly why we want to do it. Like, you guys are our heroes. You make us want to get up in the morning and do this, because when we first did CrossFit, we all found it for a similar reason, and it's the coolest thing to see people crush and live their life even better than they would have ever imagined, I think. So, well,
Absolutely.
Parting thoughts. Thank you so much for taking this time. It was really, I know it was a little bit of a jerky thing, but it was awesome to talk to you, and I look forward to continuing to get to work out with you. Love seeing your workouts on the board. So
Thank you.
Super cool.
I love being
talk
here.
To you later. Love you.
Thanks.
Yeah, talk to you later.